Good morning, boys, and welcome to my virtual class. After a break, I am taking your class again. Okay. So today we start a new topic that is written in the board, chapter 26, statistics, mean, median, and mode. In your book, it is written this: mean, median, ogive, and mode also, chapter 26 in your board book. But this is the part of measures of central tendency. And I write another question: what is measures of central tendency? If we start a new topic or anything, some question arises first. So in this case also WH question, obviously: what, why, how, etc. If we learn anything, the question arises at first. In every subject also, like as why you study language, literature, because without literature you can't understood anything. Like that, why we read history? Obviously we know that history repeats itself, etc. So today's topic is measures of central tendency. First we learn about what is measures of central tendency and why we learn measures of central tendency, what is the cause behind it. Obviously you may watch the teacher's day video. Obviously the full form of teacher and full form of student is known to you now. I hope that you watch this video of teacher's day of mine. So from this video you know what is the full form of teacher and what is the full form of student. First, teacher, T is teach, and student for sincere. So I teach you for sincere student. I think you are sincere. So how we get marks in exam, that is different things. But what is central tendency? To study this first, and from after that we learn about how we get the marks in exam, obviously. Okay, and that is very easy how we get the marks. In class 9 we have already learned frequency distribution as well as drawing of histogram, etc. Frequency distribution, frequency is known to you, cumulative frequency, etc. And okay. So central tendency, most of student, that means most of students are all average student. That means they score center. Few student got above 85% and few student got less than 25%. Most of the student lies between 50% around. That means students are also lying their center. If we study about a pond, the fishes are also stay at the middle of the pond. So in all the cases average number are very important. That means each have tendency to go to the center. That means middlemost. Center means middlemost. So what is the meaning of central tendency? First we study about this. If we look the frequency distribution, already frequency distribution is known to all of us. If we look the frequency distribution, what happens? Which we come across in practice, we shall find that there usually tendency of the variate values to closer around the central value. I repeat once again. We shall find that there is usually a tendency of variate values to closer to around the central values. Or in other words, we can say most of the values lies in the small interval above the central values. Just previously. I give an example of that. Okay. So most of the values lie in a small interval about a central value. This characteristics is called the central tendency of a frequency distribution. This characteristics is called central tendency of frequency distribution. If we consider in class 9 we have already learned the frequency distribution like that: 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 and 50 to 60. The frequencies are, suppose this is 2, this is 5, this is 9, this is again 7, this is 3. So in the central value the frequency is most. In the central value the frequency is most. That means it is gradually increases. Then go to the highest point and then again it comes decreases. So while observing the different types of frequency distribution, it has been found that in the majority of the cases the distribution follow a particular pattern. Starting with very low frequency, the class frequency gradually increases till it reaches its maximum somewhere near the central or middle part of the table, and thereafter the frequency falls steadily till it reaches its minimum value towards the end. Obviously here you see that gradually increases the frequency, this is the highest point, then gradually decreases the frequency. This is obviously central tendency. Okay, this inclination or tendency of a given set of observations to cluster around a single central value is defined as central tendency, and the single value that represents the entire set of observations is known as the measures of central tendency. So this is the meaning of central tendency. What is the meaning of central tendency? This is the meaning of central tendency. Next question arises: why study about central tendency? Why we study about central tendency? Your question, sir, for getting marks. Since central tendency, we have to find out the mean or median or mode, and frequency table is given. If we solve this problem sum anyhow, then you get the marks. So we study central tendency for getting marks. I think that not so. This is not learning. This is memorization. I think that's so. So if the question is what about your class? What about your class means the student of your class are more than above average or less than above average. That means if we get the situation of your class, that means on a subject, say maths. So we have to find out the student of marks obtained by all students of your class. Then we take the value. Then we have to conclude what about your position in maths. But if we calculate the average marks of your class, say 50%, suppose in maths out of 100, 50% is the average marks, then we can say more than how many students got 50% marks and how many students got less than 50% marks. Then easy to conclude your class, situation of your class. That means above average student, how many students are there, and below average, how many students are there. So we study about that things. Or compared to other sections, you have two sections, section A and section B. So which section is better? Which section is better in maths? Then we have to calculate average marks obtained by section A and average marks obtained by section B. Then we are compare with that things very easily to get which class is better. Or in other way, if we compare study about two schools in Madhyamik exam, nearby two schools. So average marks obtained by our school and average marks obtained by other school. Then we very easily conclude the situation of these two schools. So central tendency, in fact, is one of the four characteristics of a distribution possesses. It is essential for representing the large body or quantitative data. Thus, in order to judge the performance of a group of students in a subject, we compare a measures of central tendency which can be regarded as index of their performance so far as that subject is concerned. Again, to compare the performance of students belonging to different educational institutions, I give the example. We need compute a measures of central tendency, say arithmetic mean of marks of different institution. Okay, the basis of comparison among the arithmetic mean of marks. Similarly, the performance of a salesman is judged by his average sales. A company is ranked in accordance with the average profit over the year. Okay. Now, on the basis of the above discussion, we have discussed things, we may conclude that the measures of central tendency are considered for presenting a vast quantity of data, comparing a number of distribution, computing some other statistical measures. Obviously, statistical measures are so many statistical measures are there. Okay, computing the statistical measures also. Now, in connection, we may take note that the following criteria of the ideal measures of central tendency. So, which are ideal measures of central tendency? Easy to compute. Very easily we can calculate this. Easy to compute, easy to compare, properly defined. Obviously it is defined properly based on all the observations so much so that a single observation is altered, so would be measures of central tendency, leading itself to mathematical treatment, okay, etc. Now we discuss what are the central tendency, dividing groups. These are so what is central tendency? Why you study central tendency? So it is known to all of us now. Name different measures of central tendency. So measures of central tendency, first dividing 3 Number 1 is mean. Number 2 is median. It is not median, actually it is partition. Location is a part of partition. And mode. Mean can be divided in 3 ways. If it is not given, just we find arithmetic mean, AM, that means arithmetic mean, geometric mean, GM, and third one is harmonic mean. Median, it is not median only, it is partition. Partition have several types. One type is median, other is quartiles, others is deciles, percentiles, thousandtiles, etc. But in our syllabus, mean means arithmetic mean only. No geometric mean and harmonic mean are in our syllabus. So we study about arithmetic mean. Next median and next mode. AM. Mean means arithmetic mean in your syllabus. Means arithmetic mean only. Median and mode. Mean, median and mode. So mean means arithmetic mean only. And other means are also geometric mean and harmonic mean. So arithmetic mean or mean is very easy, and all of you known to that. I say previously the average. Average, do it in class 5 also. I will give you class 5 question. 5 standard and another is 7th standard. Just give. So arithmetic mean, that means average. What is the average? Suppose x1, x2 up to xn, set of n observations. Set of n observations. Then arithmetic mean or simply mean is denoted by set of observations of a variable x, of a variable then arithmetic mean is denoted by x bar and is defined by, it is defined by x bar is equal to sum of the all observations x1, x2, x3 in this way up to xn divided by total number of observations. X bar is given by x1 plus x2 plus x3 in this way up to xn by n. In short form, in summation form, x bar is equal to summation of xi, I varies from 1 to n divided by n. In summation form, it is called capital sigma. This symbol is for summation. This means nothing but x1 plus x2, I is equal to 1 means x1, x is equal to 2 means x2, x3, I is equal to 3. In this way, we get this average. That means arithmetic mean. It is very easy to calculate, obviously, and easy to compare. If we study about that, your class, marks obtained in maths, say 10 students, if we take 10 students and their marks obtained in the last exam is given. Suppose 10 students, marks obtained by 10 students are 50, 52, 54, 58, 60, 62, 25. How many we stood? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 25, 35 and 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Another one. Say 50. Another one is 50. So if we find the average, then adding all of them, that means 50 plus 52 plus 54, 58, 60, 62, 25, 35, 45, 50 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 divided by 10. This is x1. This is x1. Instead of x1 it is this 50. Instead of x2 52, 54, 58 in this way up to x10. There are 10 values. So x10 summing all of them and divided by total number of observations, then we get the mean or simply arithmetic mean. Clear? And frequency is known to you. If frequencies are given, then what happens? How we find the arithmetic mean? If the frequencies are given, then how we find the arithmetic mean? If x1 occurs f1 times, there are n values of a variable x1, x2, x3 in this way up to xn. Corresponding frequencies are given, say f1 say, this is f2 say, this is f3 say, in this way fn. Corresponding frequencies are given, value of x are given and corresponding frequencies are given. Frequency is known to you, did in class 9 obviously. This is the table. Then if we find the value of x bar, that is arithmetic mean, this is nothing but, if we find the arithmetic mean, then x bar is denoted by arithmetic is denoted by x by x bar, sorry, f1 into x1 frequency and its value multiplied by this, second value multiplied by second frequency, third value multiplied by third frequency, corresponding frequency obviously, sorry, this is f3. In this way up to xn fn divided by total number of observations, that is f1 plus f2 plus f3, in this way up to fn. In short form, if we write in short form, that means sigma form, this can be written in this way, summation of fi into xi, I varies from 1 to n divided by summation of fi, total frequency. This is again capital sigma, this is for obviously this is for summation, this notation used for summation. So this is x bar is given by this. Take an example. Suppose value of x is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Corresponding frequencies are given 3, 5, 8, 6, 2. So x bar very easily we can find 2 into 3 plus 4 into 5 plus 6 into 8 plus 8 into 6 plus 10 into 2 divided by total frequency 3 plus 5 plus 8 plus 6 plus 2. After simplification we get the answer. After simplification we get the answer very easily. This is 6 plus 20 plus 48 plus 48 again plus 20 by 5 plus 3 8 16, 16 plus 6 22, 22 plus 2 24. After simplification we get the answer very easily. So mean is very easy, that means marks obtained in this type of question is very easy. Okay, now I will give you two questions, obviously based on class 5 and second one is 7. Read out this question, very simple, and try to solve these two problems and send it to me. From the next class we study about the mean from your book also. First question, I will give you this question from class 5. It is not, this is for class 5, it is written here. Okay, so I am not telling you to any problem. From this book I will give this question. Which one? Suppose 20 or 21. This question, I write this question 21, question number 21. The question is the average age of 5 boys, sorry, average age of 30 students, the average age of 30 students is 9 years. If the age of teacher, average age of a group of 9 children is 15 years and the group of 7 children is 13 years. Find the average of 16 boys. Wait, next one is 22 each. 22. Do the question 22, not 21. The average age of a group of 9 children is 15. Obviously 15 years, and that of a group of 7 children is 13 years. Find the average age of the group of 16 boys, 16 children, group of 16 of the 16 boys or 16 children. Okay, sum number 22 of this book. This is class 5. Okay, another next question. I will give you another question. The second one. This is the first one, and the second one is excuse me. If a train starts from Howrah to Wendell, obviously local train is not started yet. Obviously. So suppose this is Howrah station, this is Wendell station. If a train starts from Howrah towards Wendell at the speed of 60 km per hour, it moves Howrah to Wendell 60 km per hour, average speed is 60 km per hour. Obviously there are no stations, suppose. Start from here and stop at Wendell. And when it's returned back, when the train is returned back, the speed is 40 km per hour. So a train starts from Howrah towards Wendell, and on that time the speed of the train is 60 km per hour, and when the train came back to Howrah, that means Wendell to Howrah, the average speed is 40 km per hour. Find the average speed. What is the average speed? Find the average speed. What will be the average speed? What will be the average speed? Find these two questions, answer these two questions, and send it to me in my WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp number is known to all of you. I repeat once again. Okay, 9433457190. Solve these two questions. I think all of you solve these two questions, since these two questions are very easy. One is class 5 level, this is also 6 or 7 level. So today's up to this, I try to solve these two questions and send it to me. Okay. From next class we study about arithmetic mean from your book also. Today we study about what is central tendency, why it's called central tendency, and why we study central tendency. Clear? That means why you study about mean, median, mode, etc. Okay. Thank you. That's all for today.